Hey friends, welcome back to Learn Transformation. The supply chain industry is ever evolving and growing in complexity. In today's digital world, the traditional supply chain is changing. Supply chain historically were linear in nature, but now supply chain has gone through an immense change. Digitization creates a disruption and needs companies to reconsider the manner they lay out their supply chain. The online enabled transparency and easy access to a lot of options concerning where to shop and what to buy drive the competition of supply chain. So in this video, we'll focus on 4 major differences between supply chain and supply chain 4.0 that supply chain expert must understand. So let's get going. Getting the supply chain right is make or break to organizations, particularly in the cutting-edge world where consumers hope to get goods quicker than ever before. Let's see what is supply chain. Supply chain is characterized as the whole process of making and selling commercial goods, including each stage from supply of materials and assembly of goods through to their conveyance and deal. Effectively overseeing supply chain is basic to any organization planning to compete. A supply chain is a network between an organization and its suppliers to produce and convey a particular product to the final buyer. This network incorporates various exercises, individuals, elements, data and assets. The supply chain likewise speaks to the means it takes to get the product or service from its original state to the customer. Some of the entities engaged with supply chain are producers, traders, transportation companies, conveyance centers, and retailers. The components of supply chain incorporate all the capacities that begin with receiving an order to meeting the customer's requirement. These capacities incorporate product development, marketing, distribution networks, finance, and customer service. Now let's see what is supply chain 4.0. Supply chain 4.0 utilizes Internet of Things, advanced robotics, advanced analytics of big data in supply chain management, places sensors in all things, make networks all over, robotize anything, and break down everything to fundamentally improve execution and improve customer loyalty. So we can say that supply chain 4.0 is a reorganization of supply chains. From design and planning to production to utilization and reverse logistics using technologies which are known as Industry 4.0. And these technologies which emerged within 21st century are largely implemented by firms that are at the frontier of supply chain management. Now let's focus on the key differences between supply chain and supply chain 4.0. Supply chain is a network between an organization and its suppliers to produce a particular product. But supply chain 4.0 is faster. New methodologies for product distribution reduce the delivery time of high runners to couple of hours. And the basis for this administration is built by advanced forecasting approaches. Next up is the elements in the supply chain incorporate producers, merchants, stock rooms, transportation organizations, and retailers. And supply chain 4.0 is more flexible. Impromptu and continuous arranging permits an adaptable response to changing interest or supply circumstances. New plans of action, for example, supply chain as help for supply chain arranging capacities or transport management, increment the adaptability in supply chain association. And the specialization and focal point of service providers permit them to create economies of scale as well as economies of scope and appealing outsourcing opportunities. Next up is the capacities in supply chain comprises product development, marketing, distribution, and client support. But supply chain 4.0 is more granular. The demand from customers for an ever-increasing number of individualized items is consistently expanding. That gives a solid push towards miniature division and mass customization thoughts will finally be executed. Clients are overseen in significantly more granular groups and an expensive range of fit items will be advertised. This empowers clients to choose one of the various coordination menus that precisely accommodates their needs. Last difference between supply chain and supply chain 4.0 is Supply chain management brings about lower cost and quicker production cycle, but supply chain 4.0 is more efficient. And the effectiveness in supply chain is supported by computerization of both physical task and planning. Robots handle the material totally naturally along the stockroom cycle, from receiving and unloading to putting away to pick, pack and ship. And the network arrangement itself is persistently improved to guarantee an ideal fit for business prerequisites. So the conclusion is the transformation into a digital supply chain requires these key points. First, the capabilities and environment. Capabilities regarding digitization need to be built in the organization. And second, implementation of a two-speed organization. Thanks for watching right till the end. Please give us a thumbs up if you like this video and also give us your feedback in the comment section below. And please subscribe our channel Learn Transformation and press the bell icon right next to it to stay updated regarding Lean, Digital, Six Sigma, Supply Chain and Leadership. And you can also catch us on other social media handles. Happy learning!